Hello, Fremont Falcons. Welcome to the Fremont News. I'm Kale.
I'm Vic.
And I'm Josie. We are going to start the show with updates and current happenings at Fremont. 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders are busy getting ready for CMAS. Next week, 3rd through 5th graders will be taking English Language Arts CMAS. Good luck.
The chess news team and 24 Club are still going strong, and this week the soccer club starts.
The Lost and Found is full. The news team decided to put on a Lost and Found fashion show. If you recognize any of those items, hurry down to the Lost and Found to claim your item. Now over to Vic.
Each week we are going to ask the students a question. This week, third grade reporter Sam asked, "What is your favorite toy?"
Hello. Today I'm going to interview 4th grader Emmett. Emmett, what is your favorite toy to play with?
My favorite toy to play with is my trampoline because I'm able to jump on it, and there's a lot of fun games that you can play on it. There's a game called Mummy Mummy where one person sits in the middle and the person sings a song, and then the mummy comes alive, and you have to try to not get tagged. But the person has to have their eyes closed, which makes the game much harder, and that's a really fun game that I like to play. And there's a whole bunch of other games, and that's why I like my trampoline.
Yes, I have a trampoline, so I like it too. Thank you. Hello. Today I'm going to interview 4th grader Mila. Mila, what is your favorite toy to play with?
My favorite toy to play with is my Pokemon cards because they're really entertaining. And I love them so much because you could trade with other people and get really good money off of them if you sell them. If you trade with other people, you can get really rare, ultra rare cards. You can get really rare, and you could get a lot of money off of them if you sell them to other people. That's why I love Pokemon cards.
Thank you, Mila. Hello, Fremont Falcons. Today I am here with 3rd grader Troy. Troy, what toy do you like to play with?
Pokemon cards.
Why do you like Pokemon cards?
Because my dad collected them as a kid, and they're my college fund, so.
Okay, yeah. Hello. I'm here with 3rd grader Con. Con, what toy do you like to play with?
I like to play with fidgets the most. Why I like that is because when I'm mad and I could play with it and it makes me less stressed.
Thanks, Sam. That was amazing. Now over to Kale.
Each week, we are also going to get to know one of our awesome Fremont staff members a little bit better. This week, we are going to learn about our principal, Mr. Alex.
Bria, and I'm Kaya. And this is our principal, Mr. Alex. Yep.
Hello.
Today we're doing an interview of questions about him. So I'll just get ahead and start. Mr. Alex, how long have you been the principal at Fremont?
So I've been the principal at Fremont for 7 years. So I started in 2016, which was approximately when both of you were 2 years old. And I've been doing it ever since. And it's been the best job I've ever had.
Wow. I think we'll be finding out how many jobs and how many schools he's been to and has had in the
School.
next question.
Yeah.
I think. Or is that the next question? Okay, let me just go now, please and thank you. What did you do before you came to Fremont?
What did I do before I came to Fremont? So I was the principal of a middle school in Denver Public Schools for 2 years. And then I was an assistant principal at a K-8 out near the airport. Before that, I taught math at the high school level. So I taught some advanced math. And then before that, I was an engineer developing systems to improve efficiency. And then before that, I was in college. I graduated with an engineering degree. Before that, I was in high school, then middle school, then elementary school. And before that, I was born. That's what I did before Fremont.
Well, what about growing up, like a toddler? You didn't go to that stuff. Well, I was happy to share.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, over to me. I don't know why I said that like that. What is your favorite thing? Wait. What is your favorite thing about being at Fremont?
I'm going to have to say it's this interview.
Okay, over to Bria. That was nice. What do you do in your spare time?
Honestly, I don't have a whole lot of spare time. I used to play video games, and I did some sports on my own, but now I don't really have time for that. I spend a lot of time here at the school, sometimes on weekends. But what I do in my spare time is I try to spend as much time with my family as possible. So I have a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old and a lovely wife at home, and I do love family time. I value family time during my spare time.
Let's bring it on to Kaya. Yep. What is a typical day like for you?
There are no typical days for principals. You know, I have my schedule pretty well lined out, but whenever I feel like I'm going to go from A to B to C, something always happens in between. I get a lot of phone calls, I get a lot of emails, I contact a lot of parents, I try to visit teachers whenever possible to see what you guys are learning in class. And sometimes you see me in the lunchroom, sometimes you see me at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. But my point is there are no typical days for principals.
Do you have a lot of paperwork?
Sometimes. It depends on the time of the year. Like a lot of time that comes together is towards the end of December, and then a lot towards the end of the year. Like this week on Monday, I signed personally 258 report cards. So I saw your report card, and I saw your report card, and I saw camera person's report card and audience's report card. So I saw all of your report cards, and I individually signed every single one. So that's a little bit of paperwork, but that's joyful paperwork.
Okay, that is so much paperwork.
The stack was about this high on my desk.
I have one more question to go. Oh, one more thing. If you saw me put my hands in my mouth a couple times, it's because I have a tooth growing in.
Good to know.
And it's way in the back. And over to Bria.
What are you doing?
What are you doing over spring break?
I'm glad you asked, Bree. So it's going to be family time. My wife and my daughter are currently visiting her parents, going to see the grandparents in upstate New York. So it's just Kyle and me taking a little adventure into Utah, doing some camping, doing some hiking, doing some barbecuing. It's going to be a fun time. We were supposed to go pretty far into western Utah, but there's going to be a foot of snow. Going to be hammering the ground as we're traveling, so we're going to cut that leg short, I think. But we're going to get some good time together as boys. And then when my wife and daughter get back for that last weekend in spring break, all four of us are going to spend time at home.
So your whole family's doing like a girls' trip and a boys' trip.
Yes, that's exactly how it
What
would
does
be.
cut
Well done.
the leg short on that? Does that mean like you're not going to go that far into Utah?
Exactly. Yep. Like, why would I go into a blizzard? Maybe I should just turn around and then, skip the blizzard.
Yeah.
And maybe just go to not a campsite, but like
A hotel? Maybe.
Yeah.
or somewhere nice.
Yeah, somewhere nice.
Just not in the middle of the woods.
I know.
Yeah.
I know Kyle likes swimming pools, so maybe we'll find a hotel with a swimming pool, and I'll throw him in, and he'll make some big splashes. How's that sound?
Okay. Does your son like the cannonball?
Maybe I can hear from my son in the audience. What do you think?
I do. I definitely do.
Okay. Good to know. All right. So, any other questions?
I just kind of want to introduce you to the camera lady, who's not actually a lady. She's still a girl. So, trying to camera.
All right. Well.
Nice job, camera lady. I don't actually know her name. Ivy. Ivy, I knew it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bria. Thank you, Kaya. I appreciate you taking the time to interview me. If you have any additional questions, you know where to find me.
Okay. In your office. Or somewhere else in the school.
Remember to
Remember to soar, Falcons!
And now let's go to Ivy for some weather. Hello, Fremont Falcons. Today is March 31st, and this weekend's weather looks like a high of 62 and a low of 33. Looks like a nice weekend. Looks like it won't snow this weekend, thankfully. Did you know that March is the snowiest month of the year? Pretty cool, right? Another fact about weather is that snowstorms swallow up cities. Wow. That's all for today. Have a great rest of your day, and remember to always soar. Thanks, Kaya and Bria. In this next segment of our news show, we will meet the teacher's pet.
Wait a minute. Teachers aren't supposed to have favorites.
No, not their favorite students, their actual pets. That's all we have for this edition of the Fremont Falcon News. Have fun, work hard, be kind to others, and
Remember to soar fast!